Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paul Salazar at Paul Salazar Group. Today we have our third roundtable. We're going to be discussing Eastside versus Westside. If you're a bachelor, a single person, and what area works for you. So if you're looking
bachelor, bachelorette,
correct. We are not discriminating anybody who's just single. Okay,
if you are single, not with someone,
you're single.
I am single.
Okay, he's not single.
We're single.
We are single. We are single. So I'm Paul Salazar. We have
Kyle Amakuchi
and
MJ, Michael, Scott, Joseph.
And how do we find you guys?
On Instagram, my Instagram is mjosephscc.
And mine is at Kyle Amakuchi, AMICUCCI.
Coochie.
Cooch. Call me Cooch.
I'm at Paul Salazar Group. All right, so let's start the debate. If you watched our last video, we debated 818, the Valley against 310, the West Side, if you're a family. Today we're doing West Side versus East Side. I live in the West Side. These guys are East Siders. So let's go.
Okay,
all right.
What is the East Side? What are we defining as the East Side? That's the biggest
That's
thing.
the big question.
Okay, so I think East Side is going to be like West Hollywood and East.
Oh, so West Hollywood's being called East Side.
Yeah.
So east of the 405.
Yeah, I think east of the 405.
I'd say West Hollywood, Los Feliz, Silver Lake,
Echo
Studio
Park.
City.
Echo Park.
You want to do that? Echo Park.
Studio City.
Park?
Do you want to be single in Studio City?
Well, that's what we're going to find out right now.
Okay, right.
Well, probably. I mean, there are people that are single in Studio City.
Of course.
But if we're using West Hollywood as the stomping ground and then Los Feliz and Silver Lake, I would say keep it at those three.
Okay.
Yeah. We won't go Valley on this one.
Okay.
We'll keep it south of the
You
mountains.
never know with me.
That is
we
true.
don't know where your lines.
I may create my own category of my own.
Yeah, he does flop both sides. So again, if you're watching this video and you're looking to buy in this area and you are single, and you're coming from the East Coast or from anywhere else around the world.
Don't call Kyle, call us.
Yes,
We're
exactly.
single.
We're single. We know what's up. But anyway, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and let's get started.
Rock and roll.
So I'm West Side. I'm going to be talking about ideal areas to live if you're single on the West Side. I would say some parts of Santa Monica.
Keyword is some.
Some parts. So if you're looking to live in Santa Monica and you want to have that like single lifestyle where you're kind of walking to bars and restaurants and like places to go hang out, I would say south of the 10.
Definitely.
Right? So like off Main Street, so Ocean Park, Sunset Park, right?
Say like 6th Street West.
6th Street West.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'd go like I'd say
20th
the end of Santa Monica going into Venice, Marina Del Rey.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so like Rose, right
Rose
there,
is great,
which like separates Venice and Santa Monica. Venice for sure, a really hot spot. You got Abbot Kinney. You have
Winston House just opened.
Winston House,
and they opened a new house over here.
New house, so it's a really popular spot. Marina Del Rey is also a great spot, but let's also include Brentwood. It's a lot of single people that live in Brentwood.
Good-looking single people.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Good looking.
And what are you saying? Thank you. You live in Marina Del Rey.
Yes. I used to live in Brentwood.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, it got better looking. No.
All right. Well, cheers. Anyway,
cheers.
We already served ourselves a little bit of whiskey. Just to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. We're having a good time.
No, remember, you're not single, Kyle, if you're not drinking.
Hold on. Yeah, no, we'll give him a little bit.
Exception?
We'll give him a little bit.
All right, so MJ, are you arguing for or against, whose side are you on this one?
You know what, I'm going to actually take a different side. I'm going to let y'all start it out.
All right.
And I may throw in a couple zingers here and there.
Okay.
And you guys get to have me, because honestly, as a single guy, I mean, I'm curious,
What, you're looking to move?
Okay, yeah.
I'm looking to move.
Yeah, there you go.
Enroll me into where I'm buying my house.
Okay, so we are trying to convince him. Like I'm trying to convince him to go on the West Side.
Ooh.
And you're trying to convince him to.
Ooh, I like this. This is coming together.
All right, so let's go. Let's go. All right.
The first thing that we would ask is,
go.
what would you say that a routine on a Saturday looks like for you?
I mean, for me personally, I would love, sleep in a little bit, and then I love taking a walk. Food is definitely a good one.
Oh, so you're East Side. You're sorry. Yeah.
He's already,
Can I
It's
finish?
not starting with a workout and a beach run.
Exactly. You know that.
I was getting to the beach.
Yeah, right.
No,
woke up at noon.
Because here's my truth though. I've never lived at the beach, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. But the thing is, I mean, coming over to the west side is different because I've been on the east side forever. But if I lived on the west side, I would probably go to the beach more because it's funny as an Angelino though, how many times if you don't live on the west side. When you move the beach is just like,
and I love the beach.
I'm obsessed with the beach. I live in Sherman Oaks,
and I don't get there as much as I think I should.
I live a mile away, and I still don't go to the beach as much as I should. But I like being close to it.
Yeah, but
it's a weird thing.
Like I have a friend that lives a block, like not even a block, like on the beach on a townhouse on Venice.
Yeah.
And I used to house sit for her sometimes for fun. And I would go to the beach multiple times a day when I was with her.
It's so relaxing. It's zen.
It's zen. It's
okay,
everything.
but let's not use it as a buyer profile.
Yeah. No.
I was like,
hey,
I want to see
Abbott Kenny.
Westside is not
Abbott Kenny has great food. You guys have great crudo out here.
You can't speak on both behalves now, all right? So
that's what I do.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, so go ahead. What is your pitch for somebody who's moving to LA, regardless of commute, right? Mm-hmm. Let's not talk about that yet. Let's just talk about lifestyle.
Okay.
What does the East Side have to offer for a single person in in that area?
The East Side. Okay, so
what are the areas?
There's Silver Lake. There's Los Feliz, Echo Park. If you want to go a little bit more southeast towards downtown.
Save a buck.
There's I would say Hollywood considered, West Hollywood, East Hollywood, depending. That's a little bit more up and coming as well. But I would say in that East Side area, if you're very familiar with what New York is, it's a little bit more well known.
Like the Village, would you say?
No, I would say it's going to be Dumbo and Williamsburg is the East Side.
Yeah, Williamsburg.
So it's more
for sure Williamsburg feel.
I was gonna say Venice could be a little Williamsburgy.
Oh, well, listen. Silver Lake and Venice have a lot of common.
Yeah, they're definitely siblings.
Very, very, yeah, for sure.
So Silver Lake it's younger. The demographics are younger. I would stay away from saying the word hip, but it's a hip. It's tech driven. Yeah. It's hip. It's very creative focused.
Very creative.
So
writers.
If
you were gonna put the jean size, I'd say like Silver Lake is the 501s, like the baggy jeans, compared to like the 511 straights.
I don't know any of that.
No one?
I was just like, what's he talking about?
I thought it was zip codes at first, and then it turned into jeans.
Jean size.
No.
It's people's fashion style. Get used to it.
Silver Lake.
You guys understand.
Silver Lake is the bell bottom.
That's a good one.
You know?
It is the bell bottom. It's exactly what I'm saying. I'm just saying it in fashion terms. Okay. So let it go.
Perfect. Let go.
Next. Pass the jeans.
Yeah, so Silver Lake and Los Feliz is the creative. It's the athletic, as in yoga, down to earth, mantra kind of aspect of it.
Ooh, mantra.
Spiritual.
We love mantra.
Yeah. It's people that have creative jobs that are still around the production studios, but are a little bit outside of the family aspect of what the value brings, or the valley, what the valley brings.
That's a great way to put it.
So it's really just the creatives that are single, you know, and the nightlife, the live music, the restaurants.
Restaurants are great.
Restaurants.
I mean, the food over there.
Also, the fashion is also really cool. It's not
Mohawk General.
It's like everybody's dressed up there. But not like dressed up like Beverly Hills dressed up, but like they have a style.
No, it's very.
What is it? What's the style called? Is it like boho? What is it?
Bohemian?
Boho. I would say more like they don't care and they just wear. And I hate
but they do care.
It's more just.
It's all natural. It's an all natural, like very laid back.
I would say it's just personalized. You know, there's no one. I don't think the judgments are there.
Yeah,
I think
it's very judgment
down to
free.
Earth, and
but people do care about how they look over there. It's like they do have a style to it. Like at least when I've gone there, I don't go there very often.
I would say the word flowing. It's very flowing.
Okay.
No.
Everything from the people's personalities to the
I would say money,
style.
but not corporate money. That's what I would say.
Self-made in a way.
Yeah, self-made in a way is a way.
It's a lot of entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
the
for
people who are
sure.
working in the editing room at Netflix. It's the people who are working in the copy room at a large copywriting or a large marketing firm. It's the advertisers. It's the marketing people. It's the people who are on the creative side of the big platforms.
The thing that I love about Silver Lake in that area is they literally have something for all price ranges when it comes to food and culture. Now, buying a house is a bit different, but if you're talking about the culture of the area, you can go to night market and get a phenomenal meal for $30-$40, or you can go to Pine and Crane.
Venice has night market too.
Venice does have a night market. Night market, not the one,
here.
but
it's not the one in Little Thai Town.
But I'd also say that Venice. You have some unbelievable. You have Justa.
Felix.
Felix.
Yeah.
You have. That's what I was saying when you said food. They have phenomenal food over here. Like
that's the good thing about LA and
Ludo,
though. I feel like there's good food everywhere.
You just got to know where to look for it.
100%. We have Scopa. That's one of my favorite restaurants. Scopa is delicious.
I think this is going to be a hard thing.
I heard Paul's taking us to Scopa for dinner tonight.
Oh, are we going? Let's go.
Thanks, Paul.
Let's go. Thank you. Wait, do we have a cell yet? Do we finish a cell?
Well, we almost did, but we got sabotaged by our fearless leader Paul Salazar.
Oh man, you can't call it.
Cut that.
Gosh, cut that. All right. So let's go back to the East Side. What are things to do in the East Side? You have Dodger Stadium there.
Dodger.
You have Griffith Park.
You have Griffith Park, one of the best parks.
You have the zoo. Which is part of Griffith Park.
Day-to-day thing. But like a standard weekend.
Yeah,
let me
go pick up girls.
Yeah, seriously. Go to the zoo and pick up on lions.
Let's reverse the question from what would you do on the weekend in Silver Lake? Right? So Silver Lake is
farmers market.
Farmers market,
yoga.
There's yoga in the park. There's hiking. There's just things to do outside.
And there's literally a independent coffee shop, at least one a block.
Yeah, and they're good.
And they're unreal.
Good.
If you look at Eater, if you don't know, in LA a lot of people use Eater to find good restaurants, good coffee, good things like that. I'd say 5 out of the top 20 coffee shops
are in that area.
Yeah.
You have Silver Lake Ramen, which is, it's become not just a great spot for ramen, but people will go there to meet people, to hang out. Like it's a very family-esque community, I feel like, over there.
But we're talking about single people.
I know, but it's a great place to meet people in that.
There's actually both there. There's a good mix of both families and single people in Los Feliz.
Honestly, Los Feliz and Silver Lake and West, that's
like Echo Park.
That's a really hard area to beat. It's really
it's a melting pot.
And how about like 10 years ago? Would anybody have like moved there 10 years ago?
If you did, you were smart.
You were really smart, but you're also taking a risk on a place
because you didn't know what the value was going to be if it was going to go up or down.
It's insane. You can't buy a house there for under like 1.3. Right?
Unless you want to do a lot of work.
Yeah, right? The houses there are like on
1,200
average.
square foot.
Yeah. It's not cheap.
Easy. It's cool because there's villas, there's Spanish, there's Mediterranean,
the Spanish
there's
house
the
the
style.
Spanish house there,
and then you have contemporary 60s,
and then you have
there's so much. Just like the people that live there, there's so much art that goes in from the housing to the people to. It's literally you're walking around and it's just like, oh, I feel like I'm part of the culture.
Yeah. And I feel like it's always developing as well.
It is.
Because it's always moving and shaking. Like the restaurants, the food, the shops, there's always new things coming and going based on what's hot, what's not. What I'd also say is like that Silver Lake area, if you are looking for like fashion and trending, a lot of things they start in Silver Lake. And then it's funny that you'll see like as like a few weeks go on,
it's a hub for
things will start in Silver Lake and 100%. Then they'll go out. Like if you look at Los Feliz, Jerry Lorenzo, who's the starter of Fear of God, grew up there. He just did a collaboration with Birkenstock and it's called the Los Feliz Slippers. So you have a lot of fashion, creatives, thespians, things like that.
I mean, a lot of celebrities live there. I mean, Brad Pitt just sold his house for what, $45 million.
And picked up another one for $5 million.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really hot area. So let's talk about the West Side.
The West Side.
The West Side, the best side. West Side's the best side.
You know, I drink for that.
So I've been living in the West Side since 2012, so 13 years now.
You know, do math on that a little bit more.
What I love.
2012, 13 years. It's 2023.
Oh, 11
years.
11 years. Wow. This is what happens when you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a real estate agent with great numbers, call Salazar.
All right, so let's talk about the West Side. I've been here since 2012. I've been living in Brentwood and Marina Del Rey. What I love about the West Side is the active lifestyle. So when you said you like to sleep in on Saturdays, I said Eastside for sure.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I'm just saying over here.
Because the East Side, we're going out and listening to concerts all night.
Yes,
And then the West Side's
The West Side's more of a morning.
It is.
Night owl versus morning
Morning
bird.
bird. Early cat bird.
I think so, right? Like in general, like people want to get up early. They want to go for a run at the beach. They want to go for a long bike ride. They want to, drive up PCH, go up to Malibu.
Beach day.
Yeah, just beach, right?
Yeah.
Just it's here, so we want to go there and hang out.
My friends that live on the West Side, I say that they permanently live on the beach. It's a beach day every day.
For sure. Like my favorite thing to do in the West Side is go on an early morning bike ride from Marina Del Rey up to the pier in Santa Monica, and it never gets boring. Stop somewhere, get a coffee, get some breakfast somewhere.
And listen, I'm a beach guy, so this is the East Side.
It's like for me, it's funny because like I know the East Side and I'm like so there, but as you say, like all this stuff about the West Side, I'm like
it feels good.
Like sign me up.
I mean, you got some great areas too. You got so you have the Bungalow, which has been around for a long time. It's a staple of the West Side. It's a fun spot if you're single. It's a younger crowd now. It's a
20-something hot spot.
I haven't been there in a long time, but
ladies and gentlemen, you can find us later tonight at the Bungalow.
You have the waterfront in Venice. You have Abbot Kinney, which has a ton of great bars and restaurants.
Stores,
Brig and
food.
Rooster Fish. You have Main Street. You have Washington and Pacific, where you have the Whaler with views to the ocean. You have some new restaurants in Marina Del Rey with views right out to the water.
I say Winston House is out of this world.
Winston House is great. You have Bell's. You have Great White. You have Gran Blanco. You have Market Venice.
Wouldn't you guys say you're a little bit removed from what LA is LA, right? So I think the West Side is fantastic.
Okay.
But I think entertainment-wise, you guys it's lost on the 405.
I can hear that.
Regarding music, for sure, you have the Hollywood Bowl.
No. I'm saying like the people in my mind.
Okay.
Right? I think yes, the Hollywood Bowl and there's concert venues that are on the East Side.
Yeah.
But as
it
far
goes
as
from shit to chakras.
That's one way to put it.
Wow. I'm just gonna have another drink after that one.
It works. Sorry. I broke him with that one.
Because you're not wrong.
You don't think so?
No, he says you're not wrong.
No, I was like, I think so. I think it's pretty spot on.
All right.
The people that you're networking with, I feel like, are going to be for more the benefit of the doubt in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, for sure. Entertainment industry, East Side.
East Side.
100%.
Yes.
Tech, West Side.
Tech, West Side.
Okay, so I didn't talk about.
I still think they can go back and forth, but for the most part, entertainment's going to be in Silver Lake.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook's huge out on the West Side right now.
Correct. We have Google.
Facebook, 2K games.
We have YouTube. We have EA. You have 2K.
You have a lot of the esports.
Climax.
I didn't talk about Playa Vista either. Playa Vista is a new planned community.
Well, they call it Silicon Beach for a reason.
Silicon Beach.
It's literally Silicon Beach up there.
And in this area, just like Silver Lake, 10 years ago was like, should you buy here? Now it's like, everybody wants a piece of this real estate. It's insane. It's exploded. There's a lot of similar correlations between East Side and West Side. Is your sushi here yet?
My sushi will be here in 10 minutes.
His sushi is on his way right now. He's hungry.
Hey, you don't need to.
It's funny.
I like to notch. Continue.
So what do we think then? Let's go down.
So hold on. Weekends. All right, we have good bars.
Well, brunch is going to be...
But no, brunch goes to the West Side for sure.
100%.
And breakfast. I mean, sort of like the breakfast. I mean, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Please.
I go off of bagels.
Please.
I go off of bagels. I go off of bagels. If you have a good bagel, great. Like the East Side.
Of course he does.
East Side, the best bagel would be in Sherman Oaks with Hank's, but on the West Side...
Where's the West Side?
West Side, I would say Courage.
Courage?
You've never had a Courage bagel?
Where's it at?
Episode 4 will be live from Courage Bagels. And there's another one that just opened in Santa Monica, a good friend of mine. It's called Layla's.
Okay.
Beautiful bagels.
Okay.
Sourdough bagels. They put some homemade schmears on there.
Okay, hold on. We're getting carried away from the Saturday morning.
Yeah, seriously.
When I think of Saturday morning, when I think of Saturday morning, when I think of the weekends, my weekend routine is I started off with a good bagel. Yeah. And if you don't have a good bagel, what do you really have in life?
That's true. Life sucks.
You're not too wrong with that. I don't know why. It's
like I don't know why you're questioning.
I'm not questioning. I'm not questioning at all. I love the influence.
All right. So let's go back.
Serious.
All right. If lifestyle wise, if you want more of an outdoor, athletic, active lifestyle, I think West Side is for you.
1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll agree with
If you want more of an entertainment, live music, kind of.
If you're an artist and you want to meet more artists that are artists day in, day out.
Yeah.
I think
Eastside.
Eastside.
Okay. So that debate is
or creative. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's funny 'cause this one it's like a no decision. Because it's like both of them are great options.
They're both.
They are.
I mean, every option is great.
But they're so different, and that's the thing. Like,
and the same.
It's the same.
They're
so.
the same.
But talking real estate, I had a great client that had, I mean, the ultimate bachelor pad. It was on the corner of Franklin, basically in Hollywood, right by the Hollywood Bowl, penthouse unit. We sold it a couple of years ago because he ended up getting married. Finding exactly what he wanted.
Different lifestyle, okay.
Well, in the bachelor pad, and then we found him a beautiful house after in Sherman Oaks.
Oh, and
for the family. But like for single life, he was like, yeah, I mean, I was like, for him as a young single guy who's on TV and stuff like that, he was like, I was stumbling distance from the bars. I could go out. Yeah. I don't even have to Uber. I can literally walk home every night. Right off the boulevard where you have all the nightclub and the nightlife. I think that's super important if you're single. You want to be close to the action. Yeah, if you want to
be ride or walking distance, right?
If you want to be by the nightclubs, and if you want to be by the clubs, you want to live right there. You don't want to.
If you want the Hollywood life.
Yeah, if you want the Hollywood life.
If you want the Hollywood life, for sure.
Hollywood life versus the beach life.
So the area that I would move to, if I wanted to be in the middle of all the action, would be like off of Rose. Because you have Rose, all the
Rose Cafe,
Rose.
all of that.
Then you have Abbot Kinney, which is like 2 blocks away, and you have Main Street. So if you're right on Rose, you're right. You're right in between all three of those really good areas.
Absolutely.
And
if I'm coming from New York and I don't like the beach that much, and I still like being an artist and being around people who think the same way, I would go right to Silver Lake.
Yep, for sure.
Hyperion.
Yep.
Right up in the hills a little bit. Just something walking.
Hide out right there. Yeah.
Hide out.
I think that's
you can hide out, and it's a place you can draw the blinds and just be like, hey, listen, I'm doing my own thing, and it's not so like, oh, I can't be outside because it's so sunny and it's so nice. It's like, no, there's bars, there's restaurants, but the people there are artists.
Yes,
and
my people. Like
this is my tribe.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's really important if you're going to be. Moving to an area, you want to be around people that are like you.
Yeah, and I mean, for anybody coming from the East Coast, like New York, what I would say is the main difference between LA and New York is a whole bunch of stuff crammed into a little space, whereas LA is a whole bunch of stuff spread out all over the place. But at the same time, if you look at different areas of New York, Soho has a completely different vibe of the Village or the Upper West Side or the Upper East Side. Harlem has its own character. And I'd say that really what it comes down to is each area in LA has that own character, but at the same time, each area in LA is the size of New York.
It's big.
That may be an exaggeration at times and not at others, but
like the $1 million lunch at Nobu.
The $1 million one.
$1 million
The
DoorDash.
$1 million DoorDash from that was see back on episode 2 if you missed that one. But no, at the end of the day, it's just finding your tribe.
And the vibe, right?
And the vibe. And that's why what I would say is, again, back to what we were saying before, is it's so important and so vital if you are moving from the East Coast or anywhere really to come out to meet with a buyer's agent, to meet with one of us, and let us take you out for the day and show you around the town. Let you see the different areas because, again, if you're looking for one thing, we could be like, definitely, this is the area. Well, 4 miles down the road is something completely different. So it's just so important to really
have a buyer consultation.
Have that consultation.
100%. And because we've been living in these areas for a long time, we know what each area has to offer and if it fits your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So again, who wins? East Side or West Side?
I don't think this is a winner.
There's no winner.
I think you could be happy.
I think it's a stalemate.
I think they're both great. It just depends on your lifestyle.
It depends on your lifestyle and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, because you could find things in all different price ranges.
I do love the fact that the East Side has the Hollywood Bowl and the Greek Theater right there, and also downtown LA.
Yeah, but I love the West Side has the beach. And the West Side has outdoor and biking areas.
And you're next to LAX. But okay, one other thing that we haven't mentioned is that the houses in that area, a lot of them have views because it's a very hilly area.
That's true.
And we don't have views out here.
You don't need to spend $4 million to get a view.
You can spend what, two and a half maybe
for a view. Maybe 1.9 or 1.8 with a little bit more of a fixer upper.
Yeah.
But it's growing from downtown and then Glendale. It's kind of the hub of the East Side. It's Silver Lake, and the money you can get there, you can spend a lot less.
We haven't talked about like the other sections of that, like Atwater or
Highland
Park,
which has one of the coolest bowling alleys you ever go to.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's one of them, like the best places.
And it goes back to the music. Like there's so many small little independent. I'm letting my sushi in on Paul's phone right now.
Wow. Sushi's here, so we're gonna end this video. If you have any questions,
it's fine.
No. I think
we're good.
I think we're good.
I think we're fantastic.
That was a great discussion about East Side versus West Side. Yeah. I think we covered a lot. We covered lifestyle, prices in the West Side. Again, for a single family, you can get one as low as 1.3 to 1.4 for a very small house, maybe in like Mar Vista or Del Rey area, up to $8-9 million, right?
Keep going up.
In your area,
there's options.
Same thing, right?
Yeah,
no, it's probably a condo. You can
get under $1 million.
Oh yeah, a condo,
a single family house.
So if you're looking for a home, you're definitely looking north of 1.
No, 1.3, 1.4.
North
of a turnkey, nice house, 1.3, 1.4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button. I'm Paul Salazar at Paul Salazar Group on Instagram.
I'm Michael at mjosephscc on Instagram.
And Kyle Amakuchi at Kyle Amakuchi on Instagram.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And let us know who won the debate. Is it East Side or West Side if you're a bachelor? All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Sushi,
let's go.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Jesus.